For years, the standard advice for breaking into cybersecurity was start in help desk first, get that entry-level IT experience, work your way up, and eventually you'll move into cybersecurity. And I always thought that path was pretty slow and unnecessary, but in 2026, it's not just slow, it's a trap, because the help desk jobs that people are trying to use as stepping stones, well, AI is eliminating them, and if you're spending the next 12 months trying to land a help desk role so you can eventually pivot into cybersecurity, you may be chasing a job category that will barely exist by the time you get there. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening to help desk roles right now, why traditional cybersecurity entry path is broken, and what the fastest and most direct route into a six-figure cybersecurity career actually looks like in today's market. So the conventional wisdom that's been drilled into the community for years is help desk first and then cybersecurity. It's pretty much everywhere. You check the Reddit threads, YouTube videos, career coaches, even hiring managers have been saying it. And the logic behind it is, you need foundational IT experience before you can do security, right? How can you secure something you don't understand is a quote you often hear, right? Even though on the surface, this might sound reasonable, in practice, it means spending like a year or two answering tickets, resetting passwords, and troubleshooting printers, and then you suddenly try to pivot into cybersecurity and you find out you're pretty much going from scratch anyways because you weren't really learning that much IT in doing so, at least not any more than you could without the help desk job, is basically the point. Even before the advent of all this AI stuff, this path was a pretty slow one to get there. Sometimes you even had to go from help desk to IT to then cybersecurity, so it could be a very slow path. And the skills that you build in help desk, here's what I'm trying to drive home. They have very minimal overlap with what cybersecurity roles actually require. So you're not learning about offensive security, you're learning customer service with a tech flavor, essentially. And now when you do actually add AI into that equation, the path just doesn't get slow. It pretty much gets blocked entirely. So if you've been told to start in help desk, you've been applying to help desk roles and you keep getting rejected, or if you just feel stuck, check the link down in the description below. Let's get you on the fast track into cybersecurity, cut out all the fluff, and get you there in 6 to 8 months down in the description below. So what my personal take is, based on my decade of experience in cybersecurity, working for Fortune 500 companies, US government, and everything like that, and also being on the other side interviewing candidates, I've never been in the room where the hiring decision came down to meaningfully, oh, this person had help desk experience, so we're going to hire them. I've never really seen that. What mattered the most is can you demonstrate the skill? Do you have the skill? Can you demonstrate it? Can you prove that you understand offensive or defensive cybersecurity concepts hands-on? Can you hit the ground running, essentially? Do you know what you're doing? What AI is actually doing to the help desk right now is pretty crazy as well. Companies are, in many cases, actually replacing their tier 1 and tier 2 support with AI chatbots and automated ticketing resolution at scale. Now, answer me in the comments, because I don't know about you guys. I've been seeing this a lot. When I've had to call, at least finance companies, about my credit card stuff, or what's another one? I think I had to call Agoda the other day. All these companies have all these AI chatbots that you have to kind of sift through before you can talk to a human support specialist now, a help desk person, essentially, right? In the past, you would be talking directly to the help desk. Now, a lot of times, even to get the number for the help desk, you got to get through a layer of a chat bot or something, right? So there's more and more of the tier 1 and tier 2, they're getting replaced by AI. So let me know in the comments if you've experienced that personally, the last time you went through the customer service of, any well-known website or app or something like that. I've definitely been experiencing it a lot lately. So what this means is that these help desk roles are, they're going to remain, but they're going to become more technical and harder to land without existing experience. By the time you get through all those AI chatbots, you're talking to an actual person. That person is usually a higher up in the help desk hierarchy than before when you first talk to a person, is basically what I'm getting at. And even in the case of some enterprise companies that, they're drastically reducing the headcounts of their help desk teams, and they're able to do that through these AI first systems that they're building out. And so the help desk job market that existed 3 to 5 years ago is not the help desk job market that exists today. And, ironically, right, help desk was always pitched as this easy way in, right? It's that was always how it was sold. And now it's actually one of the harder entry level IT categories to break into because the volume of available roles is shrinking and the demand is roughly still the same as it was before. And so my personal take on it is, if it's going to be hard either way, and it is, why spend 12 to 18 months grinding towards a role in a declining job category when you could just be spending that time building real cybersecurity skills, targeting the role, the field that you actually want to get into, right? Rather than just doing this, working super hard on this stepping stone thing. It's not even what you ultimately want, right? I've talked to a lot of people in the help desk. It's not glamorous. It's not glorious what they have to do on the day-to-day. It can be pretty stressful as well. So what should we do instead? Because like I always say, I like to be, solution oriented on this channel. So my recommendation, straight up, just go direct. Target the cybersecurity role that you actually want, or the, whether that's a SOC analyst role, pen testing role, cloud security, whatever it is, build towards that role specifically, and not just some stepping stone that may or may not lead there. Build that foundational knowledge the right way, not through answering support tickets, but through structured training in the actual concepts that cybersecurity roles use, things like networking, operating systems, authentication, web applications, web app security, Active Directory, and build your proof of work out along the way, right? Complete real offensive security projects or defensive security projects, document your methodology, produce actual deliverables that you can then showcase on an interview. This is what separates, I think, candidates who get hired from the candidates who are just stuck in that limbo of constantly applying. Create an inbound offer engine as well. I think this is so important in today's job market. For my students, the inbound offer engine has been the secret sauce. Instead of applying to hundreds of jobs and just hoping that you'll break into cybersecurity, build positioning that makes recruiters and hiring managers find you. The people that are breaking in right now, like my students, they're not the ones that are out there just like out applying everyone else. They're out positioning them. So because there's so much ATS and AI, even AI-based resume filter stuff going on, you have thousands of applicants out there. You have people using AI to auto-apply spam to all these. It's so hard to get in front of a human. Your best bet is to word of mouth, right? Word of mouth. If you had a recruiter reaching out to you to where they would just straight up give you an interview with the company and you didn't even have to go into the rat race of applying to the jobs and hoping your resume gets picked, I mean, how much better would that position you? Right. And so that's been my kind of strategy my entire career. I've never once applied to a single job in my career. You could check the video in the cards if you want to learn more about that. But that was because of the inbound offer engine that I had created for myself. So the next thing to note, I think, as well, is that AI eliminating help desk jobs is not necessarily bad news for someone who wants to get into cybersecurity. I view it more as a signal, to be honest, because in the same way that the AI wave is eliminating help desk roles, it's also creating massive demand for people who understand security, because these AI built systems, the AI assisted code, the AI augmented infrastructure, these are all introducing a new attack surface that needs to be assessed and defended. So it's creating a lot of opportunity for cybersecurity. So I expect the field of cybersecurity ultimately to grow. There's a little bit of debate on, can AI replace some cybersecurity jobs and stuff? I think ultimately it's going to grow in the long term. And the field that's shrinking is most definitely help desk. I don't think there's anyone out there that's saying that that AI is helpful for growing help desk jobs. I don't think there's going to be more help desk jobs out there because of AI, but I think because of AI, there could be more opportunity for cybersecurity jobs, most definitely. If we look 5 years from now, I think the help desk path into cybersecurity is something that's going to look even more bleak than it does today. I think the roles are going to be fewer. I think there's going to be more competition. And I think the skills that are going to be built there even more further removed from what cybersecurity teams actually need. So the people who are going to be well positioned are the ones who skipped the detour and went direct to the cybersecurity skills now. I think while the demand is high, the window is definitely open. This is not a niche prediction, I don't think either. I mean, the AI displacement of the tier 1 and tier 2 support is already documented and it is accelerating. And the talent shortage in cybersecurity is already documented and accelerating as well. So I think these two trends point in the same direction, essentially. So I wouldn't say the question is whether or not the help desk path is dying. The real question is, what you're going to do with that information ultimately, right? So if you've been holding off on going after cybersecurity because you thought you needed to start somewhere else first, I hope this video makes it clear that somewhere else is not the advantage that it used to be. The fastest path into cybersecurity right now is the direct one. And if you want to know exactly what that path looks like in your specific situation, your background, your goals, your timeline, link in the description will take you to a free training where I'll break down that full system. No fluff, just the roadmap. So I'll see you guys right over there.